Hello everybody, my name's Steve, I'm the British Railroader and welcome to my model railway room for another update on my layout Brooklyn Park. When I last spoke to you a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned that I hadn't actually done much work on the layout, but I have actually done something in the last couple of weeks. We're just in this area here, so we'll move over to the layout shortly and have a little look at that. Before we do that though, I'd like to firstly thank all of my new subscribers and just say to anybody, if you're watching this for the first time and you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and then click the little bell that will give you notifications of when I have new videos coming out. I also wanted to talk about the fact that I didn't actually do a video last weekend, which I sometimes skip a week, but the reason was that I was attending an NMRA meeting in America. I didn't actually go to America to attend the meeting. It was all done via Zoom. But I was invited by my good friend Dave Steckler, who I met last year in London. And he attends the cowcatcher division of the Lone Star region in Texas. And he asked if I would like to come along as a fellow NMRA member and show the group my layout. So I did. I logged on to Zoom on my phone and showed everybody the layout, and apparently it was, very well received. So if any of you are watching that were there, hi, nice to see you again. I think what this kind of really shows to me was one of the benefits of joining the NMRA. I've been an NMRA member only for about 8 months. I'd never joined before. And whilst there are some things happening in the UK, there's obviously a lot more happening in the States. And what I like is the fact that if you're an NMRA member anywhere, you can join any meeting. So thanks to the guys at the cowcatcher division. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll be able to come back and show you the layout a little bit more completed. But obviously, if there's anybody else out there that does something similar and they're interested, I'm more than happy to come along to the meetings virtually and go through what I've done with the layout and answer any questions. Okay, so that's the preamble done. Let's just move over to layout and I will show you what I've been doing in the last week. Okay, here we are over at the layout, and I think the thing that we're looking at here, so here's the grade crossing. We've had this shop part built. It's an old kit that I'd already built and painted, but I've just started detailing it, sitting there. And then we've got here the garage building, which again is an old kit that I built, which I'm in the process of repainting and detailing. But the main thing that you're going to see is they're now standing on something other than bare baseboard. So up until the other week, the sidewalk only came up to here. There was nothing behind it. So what I've done is, I'd made the sidewalk out of 3mm hardboard, just cut into strips, scribed, and then coated with sand texture gel just to give it that kind of rough surface, and then painted and weathered, etc. So I got some more hardboard and I cut a piece to fill in this area here. I scribed the sidewalks, just getting a bit closer there so you can see, did the textured gel. The edging for the sidewalks are a laser cut offering, which I managed to find on, where did I find it? On eBay, that's it. So they've all been painted. And I've started putting in, as you can see, some chain link fencing here so that the auto garage, whatever you want to call it, is basically all fenced off. So this was actually the Walther's Scene Master chain link fencing kit, but I didn't like the posts with it. So these posts here are 1.6mm styrene rod, and they've just been cut, painted, put the cross members on, etc. It's all looking a bit clean, and I will be weathering it just to dull it down a little bit so that it looks a little bit more realistic. And then what I've started doing is, if I just lift the shop up, is just at the back here, started putting some old fencing in. And at the moment, everything just looks a bit open and bare, but eventually there'll be lots of details. We'll have junk and stuff around the back. These fence panels here haven't been fitted yet. They're just there just to see what it looks like, just to give me an impression of how it'll look once it's done. So for me, I really wanted to get a little bit of this foreground in, just to give something for I want the impression that when you look at the layout from this level, that you can see the trains passing behind the buildings. So to give that kind of hemmed in feeling that I'm going for. I still haven't quite decided what to do at the back here, where I've got lots of bits just stacked and stored. One thing that will be happening over here with the brewery, as you can see, there's some walling there. There's going to be a little extension made to that brewery, so there's a loading dock on it. But that's something that I've got to sort out fairly soon. So that's the layout update. I think it's starting to look a little bit more filled in. But yeah, there we go. Okay, that's it for this update. Just very quickly, just wanted to mention something that's in the offing. So as many of you know, over here in the far corner of the layout, I've had this block of foam core board, which has been a stand-in building. And what I intend to do is do a low relief school. And I've been looking for the right kit to be able to kit bash. And I finally got it. Now, I picked this up the other week. This is a Walther's Cornerstone. This is the Ford Central Office building. Now, the interesting thing is the kit that I wanted to get was the post office building, but this is exactly the same kit. And I was looking online, and I was looking at one of the suppliers that I go to called Mech Models, and they had this in stock, but they also had the post office in stock. And obviously this was produced some time ago. So this kit was £20 cheaper than the post office kit, which is exactly the same building, just rebranded. So I was very pleased that I managed to get the kit that I wanted. Now I'm actually going to use probably less than a third of this kit to make the school. And it's something I've got to really think about how I'm going to fit it all together. But there'll be more updates on that, obviously, as I go along in the future. But that's it for today. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. As I said earlier, if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell so you get notifications of all future episodes. But that's it for this week. My name's Steve. I'm the British Railroader, and I'm saying goodbye to you from my model railway room. Bye-bye.